What's going on, everybody? Rob A here, and today we're taking a look at Mega Construx Masters of the Universe Wind Raider Attack. This set has 198 pieces and retails for 20 bucks. I picked this up at my local Walmart today, and they should be pretty much hitting everywhere right about now after the big holiday reset. So the set comes with two micro figures. You've got He-Man, of course, and Skeletor, but it's a little mix around from the collectible micro figures from the first Heroes wave, I believe. Skeletor actually comes with his purple power sword, and He-Man actually comes with his battle axe. Now, in true fashion of the Wind Raider, you do get a winch hook and rope that you can wind back up with the weird monster head thing on the front of the Wind Raider. And I'm sure all you like hardcore He-Man fans will know what all of these things are, and I apologize that I don't. I do enjoy He-Man. I had the Wind Raider as a child, and I'm buying this mostly out of nostalgia, so I do apologize if I haven't quite kept up with the lore of everything, but I am really excited to share this with you, so I hope you'll join me on this journey. Anyway, you can see that the wings and the tail fins are all movable, and it just looks like a really cool set. You also have on the bottom here a little blurb about the other set here, which are the first 5 He-Man figures to be available through the Heroes line, and it also comes with a mini comic book. I did see this in the store, but I didn't pick it up yet. So there is a little bit of text here. The Wind Raider takes flight. Help He-Man defeat the evil Skeletor with an airborne attack. When you pose the Wind Raider's wings and tail fin, then fire the working winch hook and rope to defend Castle Grayskull. Now, I know there are rumors that there's going to be a Pro Builder Castle Grayskull, and that would be fantastic. I would be happy to pick that up as well. So possibly, but I'm not going to hold my breath about that. The weird thing about this is it was, at least on all of the websites and things like that that carry this item or are going to carry this item, it's listed as a Pro Builder set, but there is no marking anywhere that says that it is a Pro Builder set. So I don't know. That's just a little interesting fun fact. Bunch of stuff on the bottom. Here is the barcode if you want to look that up for yourself. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get this puppy open and put together and check it out. Alright guys, so here we have the Mega Construx Wind Raider complete and ready for action. So let's take a quick look at the micro figures first. We're just going to slide the Wind Raider back here for just a moment. So let's take a look at He-Man first. So this He-Man is the same mold that we've gotten previously in the Heroes line. However, he does differ in a couple of ways. First and foremost, he comes with an axe rather than the sword and shield. And here's the original for comparison. His little harness, his little man harness here, is more metallic. Whereas this is just straight up gray. This is definitely more a metallic rubbery plastic, which I think looks pretty cool. I mean, yeah, nothing wrong with that. And of course, you'll notice that he's got thicker brows and no kind of open mouth, whereas this guy has a little bit of white paint representing his teeth. This guy just has the closed mouth. As far as I know, no, you can't take his hair off either, so yeah, so that's pretty much it. Other than that, there's really no difference between the two of them. You can just kind of see, basically, get another He-Man. So that's pretty cool. Nothing wrong with that. Get some extra weapons and some cool stuff. And if you didn't pick up He-Man from the first, first wave of Heroes, it's really nice to be able to have the option to get that, as well as the option of the 5-pack, which is also available now. Skeletor here has a little bit of differences as well. Again, very minor. Most notably, the lack of the staff, the ram's head staff that the Heroes version comes with. But this Skeletor does have the purple sword, which is pretty cool. So now you can combine the two, even though they don't actually combine, but have the two together to unlock Castle Grayskull if that ever becomes an actual thing, which hopefully it will. The other noticeable difference is the feet on this version are completely painted purple, whereas this one has the exposed feet. So if that means something to you, that's what you got going on. So there you go. Other than that, there's no real differences, other than, you know, slight paint changes here and there, but really nothing big. There is a little bit more, not metallic, but glossy paint, I guess, on the armor, whereas this one is more of a matte paint. So that's really it. Overall, I think this one looks a little bit better, but I understand that the feet being exposed might be a little more accurate to stuff. So there you go. That's your Skeletors. Moving on to the vehicle itself. I'll put this guy over here and this guy over here. It's a really neat vehicle. It's quite small. It's a little bit smaller than I was honestly anticipating, and that's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, because it looks properly scaled with He-Man here. And let's go ahead and check this guy out in his little vehicle. So, actually, before we do that, let's take a look at the cockpit here. You do have a nice, I mean, really nothing to it. There's just a couple of nice sloped pieces and a little brown tile in there. Some little handholds here, and then this little clear bit to maybe represent a screen or some sort of tracking system, or, you know, whatever. And you just get your little guy here and you just kind of jam him in there, and then you can sort of kind of finagle it a little bit, get one of the hands on there. That's pretty much all you need. Unfortunately, I think the biggest bummer about the set is, as far as I can tell, there's nowhere to store his axe on the vehicle when you've got him in here, so that's kind of a bummer. But other than that, not really a big deal. Just a bit of a nitpick, to be honest with you. You do get some wheels underneath, so you can roll this vehicle, sort of. It's only got 2 wheels in the back, nothing on the front, so it doesn't roll super smoothly. But if you tip it back a little bit, or at least, you know, make sure the weight is on the back of the vehicle, it will roll just fine without necessarily scraping. So that's pretty cool. You do have flappable flaps. The tail fin swings side to side, and or rudder, I guess this would be. I don't really know exactly what it would be called on a flying vehicle, but you can also tilt these wings up and down, so that's pretty cool. These wings are made in 2 sections, but they're actually like keyed together. It's a little hard. You can see there's a little notch in there. So once you plug them together, they are nice and solid together, and that's pretty cool. It looks like you could make a nice, some interesting things out of these wings, because you can see there's keyed ends on this side as well. So that's pretty neat. You've got some flame effects parts, which I was not anticipating coming with this set. I didn't realize that it had this in them, or in it. I don't know what I'm saying. And really, most importantly, you can see these really nicely printed pieces. There are no stickers in this set whatsoever. All these nice printed pieces all throughout the vehicle. You got on the side displaying the little falcon or hawk or whatever you want to call it, printed all over the vehicle, which I think looks pretty swell. The last important feature of this set is, of course, the hook and winch. You got this big anchor looking hook on the front of the vehicle, which you can just unplug here and then unroll, and it's got, you know, a little bit of string, nothing huge, but then of course you can just wind it back up using this bit here, and it works fairly well. You just have to be careful when you're putting it together, because you do have to tie the string on yourself, and if you make the knot too big, it has a tendency of just kind of getting caught in the channel, in the channel between these two pieces here, and then instead of actually reeling the string back in, this piece will just swivel on the on the post that's in there, that's meant to actually roll it up. So it'll just end up spinning without actually going anywhere, because that knot will be stuck against the sides. Yeah. Sorry, I was a little distracted. There's some weird noises going on in my radiator systems. But as you can see, really, really nicely detailed everywhere. This nice molded piece that looks just like on the original. They've got the big anchor piece, which is really cool. He-Man is also very, very nice. And overall, it's just great from pretty much every angle. I mean, the bottom is, it is what it is, but it's the bottom. You're not really going to be looking at that too much. And it's very nice and swooshable. There's a decent enough area here to hold it on the back, and plus it's He-Man, and it's at a really cool little pocket-sized scale, which is very neat. So overall, I am super pleased with this set, and I feel it's a really good deal for the price point. You do get 2 micro figures. Like I said, it is small for the price, but it's it's the right amount of pieces. They're all printed. They're nicely painted. There's nice new molds in here, and I think there's enough here to justify the asking price. So yeah, it's definitely a recommend for me. I'm really happy to have it. It's really cool to have these childhood memories at a smaller scale, so you can display them, and they don't take a whole ton of room, and they're a little bit even more playable than they were in the first place. So that's pretty cool. So that's going to do it for this review, guys. I want to thank you so very much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. It really does help me. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll be back with more Mega Construx as soon as I am able. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now. And maybe I can just plug this. I'll just plug it right here on the wing. Perfect.